Hey guys, Matt Odell Outdoors here. Wanted to shoot a video today to show you some pros and cons of different kind of methods of cooking with fire. This here would be more your traditional campfire type of a setup, whether you're using a grate like this or if you were using a tripod to hang the pot over the fire. And this is more what they call a hobo stove. There's different kinds of hobo stoves you can buy that are pre-made. There's firebox, there's solo stove, and there's bush box. My personal favorite's that bush box, but that's besides the point. This is considered a hobo stove, and the reason they call it that is you make these from different materials. Some guys use soup cans and coffee cans and things like that, the old style coffee cans. This is from Walmart. There's another store called IKEA that has an IKEA dish strainer. These are for utensils. You wash up utensils and you put them in here to dry. So this one I actually got at Walmart, $3.48 is what I paid for this plus tax. And it's made by Mainstay. It's all stainless steel. Pretty good construction. I believe the IKEAs are a little more robust, a little heavier duty, but I have not had a problem with this one yet. You can cut little holes in it here like this to load firewood in there if you choose to. You could just go to Walmart, buy that thing, and use it as is if you don't have the means of cutting that hole in there. The way you can load the firewood in here, this is a pro and a con for this, because for the little hobo stove there, you got to make sure the wood is cut pretty small, because otherwise you can't get it in there. Now what I prefer to do myself is load it in from the top here, and then that way you can have a little bit longer pieces that you're putting in there. And that actually is a pro because as this starts heating up and starts burning that wood, if you have a longer piece standing vertical like this, that fire is going to start here at the bottom, and it's going to be able to heat that stick and warm it up and catch it fire faster, and then pushes your heat straight up. Where with the campfire type, you're pretty much limited to loading it in sideways like this. And when you load it in sideways, you got less surface area to heat and catch fire, so it's got to work its way out this way rather than the fire wants to go vertical anyways. Now, it's hard to keep both these fires going, but I carry one of these rubber hoses, so I don't have to get my face down there and melt my beard right off. Quick and easy, stokes that fire up. And again, these burn more efficiently. I've used easily twice as much wood on the campfire type stove just to try to keep it heating and cooking. These I've used very little wood actually to get it up there, and this one has come to a rolling boil on me a couple of times in the process of shooting these videos. This one's still, it came to a rolling boil once on me. This one's been like 3 times. Now, again, pros and cons. This one you can go to the store, buy this little guy, and use it as is. The wood is vertical already. That channels your heat up. And the thing that I wanted to show about that kind of stuff is if you have a thermometer, you can prove this for yourself. Thermometer is saying 56 degrees out here this morning. If I set this down here about hand's width away from that, we can see what kind of a temperature we got going there. Now this one here is already back up to a rolling boil. This one, obviously harder to keep going because it doesn't channel the heat straight up. But So that's been sitting there. We're at 69 degrees right there with the fire raging away. I brought a different type of thermometer. If you hit that there on the side of that thing is actually 569 degrees. Pretty hot. This is showing 73 degrees right now. So most of my heat is coming straight up. I'm at a rolling boil here. If I hold this, I'm not going to get it right down there to the cooking surface. But that's climbing. I'm already at 120 degrees sitting right there. 187, just climbing. 302 degrees right there. 302 degrees. Goes right back to a rolling boil as soon as I put it back on there. Now if I do the same thing here, try to get close to a hand width away, it's harder because the wood's spread out like it is. I'm already at 140 degrees right here. What that says is a lot of my heat here is going straight up to my cooking pot. That's why this one comes to a rolling boil a whole lot faster. This one, it was 142. A lot of my heat is coming out here. If I come up here and get pretty close to my cooking surface, it's actually less. I'm actually less on top where my heat needs to be than I am down there on the side. It was 102 degrees. So that was kind of what I wanted to, my point with these is that your pros and cons. If hot day, or say you want to just get your food cooked, I would go with this route here. Obviously she's rolling boil, cooks a lot faster. If it's a cold day and you got a little more time on your hands, go with this kind of fire and you're going to get some of that radiant heat out here to warm you up along with your food. But the way I would personally do it, because I like my food, I'm going to get this thing cooking this way, get my rolling boil going, and then I'm going to take this off and I can just take this and dump it right out. And then I've got my campfire to warm me up as well. So for me personally, I'm going to be taking this kind of stuff with me versus this. I'm still not at a rolling boil over here. It's cute, I like it. I actually made this grill, so I'm putting down my own grill when I say this. But I made that grill to fit in one of the Alpine stowaway pots. If you look at my other videos, you'll see that. That's it for today. Feel free to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Odell Outdoors. You can also go to my Facebook page, Odell Outdoors, and join that. Feel free to add your own adventures that you're going out and doing. If you're out fishing, hunting, whatever today. Here in Michigan, it's the opening day of bow season. If somebody's getting a bow, deer with their bow, feel free to post it on there. I would ask that you present the animal in a tasteful manner. But thanks guys, appreciate it. Have a good one.